Hello, everybody. Welcome back for a little Jays talk. Big news this morning. Actually, it broke last night, but as you see here on Sportsnet, we've got Alejandro Kirk has agreed on a 5-year, $58 million extension with the Toronto Blue Jays per Ken Rosenthal. The deal also includes a $6 million signing bonus. So, first off, great news here for the Blue Jays. Getting a franchise catcher locked up for 5 additional years, so 6 years total. We'll have him through his age 31 season. Is just a huge win for the team. That's a great position to have locked up long term. Provides continuity for the pitching staff, and just basically having good players locked up is never a bad thing. So let's get into things here. This is the breakdown of the contract. It's showing up as a luxury tax hit of $11.6 million per year through 2030, and then he becomes a free agent in 2031. So again, he'll be 32 when he reaches free agency. So they basically bought out all of his prime years, and then if things are going well at that point in time, they can work on another extension, or they can let him walk, and it gives them, the 6 years to kind of find a replacement and develop another catcher through the system. Once they moved on from Gabriel Moreno, it was pretty apparent that this had to get done eventually. We couldn't go from having Moreno, Kirk, and Jansen down to having nobody. Kirk was set to be a free agent at the end of 2026. So, yeah, that would have been pretty catastrophic to go from having 3 potential starting catchers to having 0 in such a short time frame. But locking up Kirky really solidifies that position moving forward for us. So, great piece of work here by Ross Atkins. I know some people don't want to necessarily hear that, but I can't find any negatives in this deal, really. It could always backfire like any contract, but I mean $11.6 million for a very capable starting catcher that I think pretty well any team in baseball would like to have. Yeah, just great stuff there. I'll flip over to the WAR leaders for catchers just to give you kind of an idea of what I'm talking about here. Obviously, like Will Smith in LA, he gets a lot of love, more so for his bat than anything. But Alejandro Kirk was actually just in front of him in WAR last year as clearly a top 10 guy. Top 10 to me is a little bit of a blanket statement. Like there's probably 12 to 15 guys that kind of come and go from that top 10. He's not a top 3 guy, but he is comfortably in that top 10, and maybe he could even push into the top 5 with a good batting year. In 2022, he won that Silver Slugger Award, so he's got that in him. And if you've been watching him this spring, his exit velocities have been way up. He looks to be in great shape. So there's a lot of promising things going on, and I think that's what tied into this contract extension was probably a come into camp looking good, playing good, and boom, we'll reward you. And that's exactly what looks to have happened here. So yeah, really great stuff for Kirky. Happy for the guy to get the financial security and get that term locked up as a catcher, and also really happy for the Blue Jays, the pitching staff, everybody, just knowing that he's your guy moving forward and not having to think too much about at least one position with all the other contract extensions that are hanging over the franchise right now, like Bo and Vladdy, obviously. But anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Great get for the Blue Jays. Really happy about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.